My makeup's a little busted. Nobody noticed. Hi. I think I legally have to apologize before I show you any of what I'm going to show you today. So I'm sorry. It's not good. You're not gonna like it. And I'm not one to exaggerate. I would never do that. But I think I might have found the most delusional guy on Instagram.
Contraceptives taken off, and a neo-colonistic attempt to take off, but damage the Mussolini and Margaret said, both found in ethical Christianity, family value strong, society love.
But before I get into it, here's a quick word from today's video sponsor.
This video is sponsored by Saley. If you've ever traveled outside the country, you've probably had to use a locally sourced SIM card, either at your destination or at the airport, to keep your phone connected to your mobile service. But that process isn't always the same everywhere, and swapping SIM cards or even finding reliable ones can sometimes be really challenging. That's where Saley comes in. Saley is a super simple eSIM app that lets you stay connected to your phone's mobile data almost anywhere, without having to buy and swap physical SIM cards. With Saley, all you have to do is choose a plan, install the app on your phone, and you're all set. You'll have internet access wherever you go without expensive roaming fees, and without even needing a physical SIM card. Whether you're trying to go to Mexico City or Kingston, Jamaica, Saley can keep you connected simply and affordably. There are multiple plans available for over 200 destinations to keep you covered wherever and however long you travel. Save time, save money, and save on mobile data with Saley's built-in ad blocker that also stops ads from loading at all and reduces data usage by up to 28.6%. What's not to love? That's a beautiful deal. Saley is available for iOS and Android, and if your device isn't Saley compatible, they'll give you a full refund. You've got nothing to lose. Get an exclusive 50% discount on Saley data plans with code EdenRiley at checkout. Download the Saley app or go to saley.com/EdenRiley. Again, for 15% off Saley's data plans available worldwide in over 200 destinations. Thank you so much to Saley for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the music.
You may have seen this viral Instagram reel a few weeks ago.
Objectively appearing the hateful children, objectively injecting nanotechnology in arm, objectively lowering demographic alarm.
People were posting it around because it's pretty funny. And I had thought, or maybe hoped, that this was like a really good bit. It's not. This is a guy who does conservative reggae almost exclusively.
Who's the conspiracy theorist now? The moon landing is a big laugh out loud. Listen, rip the face mask off about now. A spiritual battle of consonants and vowels. Promote the family and they'll call you a misogynist. Transphobic and a homophobic, a white supremacist. How many abortions have you had this year, feminist?
The Tom McDonald of the reggae world. And it sucks. It sucks really bad. Online, he goes by Abba Alabanza. I think I'm saying that right. Abba. But his real name's probably like Mark or John. Abba Alabanza sounds like the name of a touring magician in the circus. The fantastical Abba Alabanza. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by his stupid name. You know, at first I thought Abba was just some guy, just existing on his own space on the internet that very few people even know about, myself included, unfortunately. But the more of Abba Alabanza that I observed, the more familiar the whatever's going on with him became.
Rastafari blessings, family. I hope all y'all have a wonderful day, and I wish upon all y'all peace and love and prosperity. But remember, do not be gay.
I feel like social media, especially in America, has caused like a collision of a lot of already loosely applied beliefs, philosophies, and lifestyles, like Christianity and trad culture, wellness and fitness with alternative medicine, colliding with government conspiracies and general race science and bigotry. This is the stuff that's like marinating in people's brains as they, I don't know, consume Instagram reels or something. And I feel like Abba Alabanza is the kind of guy almost created by the algorithm. Like, his viewpoints are informed by social media and conspiracy theories. So it's all super reactionary and angry and spiteful, how reggae usually is. I mean, we all know reggae has long been a platform for white men's grievance politics.
Democratic society's becoming absolutely degenerate. Unhealthy food and fat people angry and belligerent.
Abba Alabanza makes conservative, white nationalist, traditionalist, Christian, anti-vaccine, homophobic reggae. But what's really interesting is that Abba didn't always make conservative music, at least not explicitly. The majority of the stuff he's posted on his YouTube channel is just your standard imitation reggae. And obviously it didn't do very much for him numbers-wise. Right up until a year ago, when he made Feminism is a Problem.
Feminism is a problem. People holy patriarchy design a job. Feminism is a problem. Who gonna make the home and raise the children grow?
This This video singularly got more views than any other video up until that point. And naturally, he followed it up with more Christian conservative reggae that nobody wanted. Obviously, the song sucks, but it's really hard to get this hook out of my head. It's partially why I'm making the video, so I don't have to think about it anymore.
Feminism is a problem.
I mean, we've hit this point with just algorithmically generated content that conservatives are satirizing themselves. It's like a bit. It shouldn't be real, but it is.
Objectively injecting nanotechnology in arm. Objectively lowering demographic alarm.
Objectively lowering demographic alarm. That's fucking bars, dude. Wait, Abba Alabanza, what demographics are they lowering? You just said objectively lowering demographic alarm. I love the way he closes this one out too.
Objectively boasting about their
Anti-family agenda. Dude, he's so fucking sad. And this is awesome that I get to say this, but Abba Alabanza being like a white nationalist reactionary conservative makes him kind of a hypocrite, because a cursory look through his Instagram reveals that he lives in Mexico and is very racist towards Mexicans.
Hey guys, here are 6 things that I learned about Mexicans from living in Mexico the past 6 years. 1, they are liars.
But Mexico is a country with a feminist, Jewish, socialist president who I pledge my undying international allegiance to. Yeah, sounds a little hypocritical to me, Abba. If you like reactionary anti-vax politics so much, why don't you move to America where they love that too in the government? Oh, it looks like it makes life absolutely miserable to do that, and the same government is destroying everything in this country. Holy fuck. And I know Abba is not the richest guy out there. I also think he has a child, tragically. So he is probably benefiting from some kind of social program that President Claudia Sheinbaum has either definitely bolstered or at least fought to preserve. Oh, looks like women can do stuff after all. Maybe feminism isn't a problem, actually. If you're curious about Abba Alabanza's political perspective on Mexico, he does elaborate.
There's a very strong anti-white agenda happening in Mexico, just like the rest of the Western world.
They're doing white genocide in Mexico. Anyway, after Abba Alabanza posted feminism is a problem, he tried to put out this like dog shit transphobic beat.
spooky vibes and spooky times. This is spooky lies and transvestites. What? Spooky vibes are rising high. This is spooky vibes condition mind.
Spooky vibes condition mind. The instrumental might just be completely AI. It's hard to believe that a human hand had any input on this. Spooky vibes. Is this even reggae? What the fuck is this? Halloween. He posted this in June. Also, I think it's awesome that he posts all of his videos on YouTube twice, just to make sure you saw them. I should start doing that. This is like late stage transphobic cult indoctrination. When you get to the point where you feel like you have some kind of like spiritual mission that literally borders on psychosis, where you're making up these like villains and you are making up the battles for you to defeat them. Abba Alabanza is not the only guy that does this. J.K. Rowling also does this. Many prominent transphobes do things like this, and I think it's really weird. It's probably a really great ego boost, though. I am fighting a valiant, holy war against children and people who want to be themselves. So obviously, this shit sucked and nobody watched it. So over time, Abba Alabanza posted 2 albums of kinda similar stuff, but not as explicitly right-wing, although there are signs. How do you even get into doing this? Like, at its best, it's mid. But as soon as Abba started posting more right-wing shit, like It's Okay to Be White, which is a totally AI-generated music video, and I think AI Bob Marley, he started getting more views from it.
This song goes out to all the guilty white boys who've been blamed for things you never did. It's okay to be white, no shame in your skin. You've been blamed for things you never did.
Who are these people? Another of his more successful videos is One Love, but Not Gay. Happy Pride Month, guys. Come on. Which, by the way, is literally an AI-generated Bob Marley hate song. Technology, innovation, everything is computer.
Let's get together, but do not be gay.
Ew, that man had a child growing out of him. How do you post stuff like this? How do you sleep at night?
One love don't mean sodomy. It's duties and responsibilities, you see. Love is love, holds no weight, an excuse to do things that bring shame. Let's stand for what's real, the family's the core.
Dude, this sucks. It's like the worst reggae I've ever heard. It's so bad. How embarrassing that this gets more views than the shit he actually like put effort into.
Reject the gay theocracy they've dreamed up in the West.
Gay theocracy? Who's the gay king? Joe Biden? Gay propaganda? He has so many songs about being gay and like how being gay is wrong. This guy thinks about being gay a lot. Just objectively, Abba Alabanza's hateful content sometimes gets 10 times the views of his regular or less hateful content. When I say that this guy was like created by the algorithm, it's not just from what he's consuming, but also from what he's encouraged to be making. His content is being incentivized to be more reactionary and more right-wing because he's being rewarded for it on YouTube. Even if they were just views because people were making fun of him like I am right now, I don't necessarily think that that's the case. Even if it was, YouTube shouldn't be tolerating this in the first place. This song, I Just Want a Housewife, has a literal directed slur in the first like 10 seconds.
I just want a housewife, the opposite of a blue-haired dad.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, YouTube. Happy Pride Month. He has one song where he talks about like pee-pee inside of the poo-poo.
Pee-pee inside of the poo-poo is not God's design. Nor can a hole enter another hole, no lies.
Wow, man, did Bob Marley actually say this? It's not even a bit, by the way. This guy has like a psychosexual obsession with pee-pee and poo-poo. Super predictable, not very surprising, but it just goes to show that homophobes are perfectly fine and comfortable debasing themselves and embarrassing themselves because they perceive gay people as less than human. They can't do anything to be more unappealing than just existing as a gay person. It's a window into exactly how bigoted this person is, and it's fucking gross. The truth is true.
The truth is true, and buttholes are only for farting and pooping. Butthole ideologies have infiltrated our Western institutions, and we must do what we can to protect the women and children from that.
Butthole ideologies have infiltrated our Western institutions? Butthole ideology.
I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and remember, peace and love, but do not be gay.
Hashtag Pride Month. Hashtag stay safe. Hashtag be vigilant. Hashtag keep watch, just in case there's any butt sex nearby.
I could talk about buttholes all day and not be attracted to them.
Yeah, man. Oh, I bet you could talk about buttholes all day and you wouldn't even be attracted. You would just talk about them, you know, unprompted and unprovoked all day.
Because I'm not mentally ill like that.
Hashtag facts, hashtag logic, hashtag knowledge. Also, just butthole? There's such a thing as straight butthole. Does he know about that? White or gay?
I want to interview blacks, and I want to ask them if they had to choose, would they rather be white or would they rather be gay? And for sure, they're gonna laugh and they're gonna say white.
Men do not think that homosexuality is disgusting. They know it is disgusting. There are a lot of women that think that homosexuality is disgusting too.
Bro, your hair is disgusting. It looks like turds. It looks like actual, like, turds on your head.
There are women that think that homosexuality is disgusting too.
Stale
but they will never understand the level of disgust that it gives a true man.
He's so, like, emphatic about all this. That's what really bothers me. I really miss when Republicans hated hippies instead of radicalizing them. Listen, Abba Alabanza is just a drop in the bucket for the reactionary conservative right online. They love posting more than anything in the world, and they love posting about stuff they hate, and they love moralizing and rationalizing their bigotry into like a greater philosophy, or even worse, spiritual war. But honestly, the fact that YouTube is allowing this on their platform is really disturbing. For what I think is a lot of different reasons, the kind of content that YouTube has allowed on their platform has shifted to the right pretty severely in the last few years. They've clearly been allowing more bigoted and more offensive content than they used to. And there's a very clear algorithmic bias towards that right-wing content. Not just on YouTube, but everywhere online. Abba Alabanza is a microcosm of a greater spiraling right wing, largely because of a lack of material analysis and abundance of propaganda, as well as a lack of leadership. And in a move I think inevitably these companies will regret. Social media has fed into the spiral and into the propaganda and allowed it to spread and allowed people to build platforms spreading it. Anyway, I'm just mad that my reggae channel never took off the same way. Abba Alabanza is a cut and dry example of how YouTube favors right-wing content, loud, unsubtle right-wing content, and encourages people to post it. I know there's a way to detect if people are saying slurs in their video and maybe suppress that a little bit, or even take the video down. YouTube sure does that to content about Palestine. I don't know, that's just weird to me. Ironically, like everyone propagandized to the extent that Abba Alabanza is, he thinks he's a brave soldier in the war against, I don't know, gay kids, countering the anti-family, genocidal, vaccinated homosexual agenda, when in reality he's a tiny-minded, incompetent servant of the status quo that is built on racism and homophobia. There are plenty of examples of content creators running to a right-wing grift when they see their numbers start to decline, to varying success. But I want to emphasize that they're just doing what YouTube is incentivizing them to do. Not to excuse it, but if YouTube wasn't incentivizing this kind of stuff, there would probably be a lot less right-wing content on the internet in general. Elon Musk purchasing Twitter has a big effect on this, but this has been happening since even before that. Before I filmed this video, I realized one of my friends, Connor McDowell, had actually made a video about Abba Alabanza already. That was like a month ago. You should go watch that as well. I'll leave a link to that in the description, and go like and subscribe to both of us. I think something should be done about what kind of content is hosted on YouTube and Instagram and all social media platforms. I think terms of service should be harsher, and I think people should actually be protected and be allowed to exist on the internet without constant harassment or talking points being spread about them that are just not true. Social media companies need to realize that enforcing what's true is not a burden on anyone other than liars and grifters. But there's no morality in their calculation. It's just short-term profits, how much they can make tomorrow, how much share can increase, line go up. So I don't really know what to do about it, other than, I don't know, make fun of them. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give Connor McDowell a subscribe as well. He's a great guy. If you want to catch me live, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/PedenIsOnline. I usually do like a live news coverage. I've been talking a lot about the Los Angeles protests that I haven't been able to make a video about, but I am collecting a lot of notes for a video that will be probably really long. A lot's going on, okay? Don't even worry about it. Make sure to press the like button if you had a good time, and press subscribe and hit the bell for notifications for the next time I post. Thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.